English with Sunny.
Welcome back to the English Boost podcast, your cozy place to learn easy English through real-life conversations and taking little risks at the same time.
Little risks? I like that. I am definitely a fan of the little part.
I'm Sunny.
And I'm Chris.
Wherever you are right now, maybe you are walking in the park, washing the dishes, driving home from a long day, cooking a nice dinner, lying in bed, studying, or working out, we are so glad you decided to spend your time with us.
Exactly. And remember, this is a B1 and B2 level podcast. That means we keep the English natural, but we don't try to confuse you. There's absolutely no pressure here. If you miss a word, just keep listening.
True. And if we use any tricky vocabulary, we will always pause to explain it. And we will review all the most important phrases at the end of the episode in our word tour section.
So, Sunny, you mentioned taking risks in the intro. Honestly, I'm getting a little nervous. What are we doing today? Are we jumping out of an airplane? Because I left my parachute at home.
No airplanes today, Chris. But we are going to talk about a very famous game. Have you ever played Truth or Dare?
Oh, wow. Yes, I have. And it almost always ends with me doing something embarrassing.
Right. For our listeners who might not know, Truth or Dare is a classic party game. You have to choose. Either answer a very personal, difficult question honestly, that's the truth, or do a silly, challenging action, that's the dare.
It sounds simple, but it is actually a psychological trap.
Exactly. But today, we aren't just playing the game. We're talking about how life itself is basically one big game of truth or dare. Every day, we have to choose between having a difficult, honest conversation or stepping out of our comfort zone to try something scary.
Oh, that is deep. I mean, usually I try to avoid both. Telling a hard truth is terrifying, and taking a risk, that's just exhausting.
It really is. When you face a moment that requires total honesty, your heart starts beating fast. It feels incredibly nerve-wracking.
Wait, let's pause there. Nerve-wracking is a great word for our listeners. If a situation is nerve-wracking, it makes you feel very nervous, stressed, or worried, like waiting for a job interview or playing Truth or Dare.
Perfect explanation. Yes, those moments are nerve-wracking, but avoiding them can actually make our lives smaller.
I totally agree. You know, we usually think of a dare as something crazy, like eating a raw onion. But a dare can be something simple that you're just bad at. Like, well, I have a story about this.
Oh, I am always ready for a Chris story.
So, a few months ago, I was hanging out with some friends, and we actually started playing Truth or Dare. Now, everyone knows I am terrible with technology. I can barely use my phone. So, my friends decided to give me a digital dare.
A digital dare? What did they make you do?
They said I had to create a 5-second video intro from a single picture, and to make it worse, they demanded that I export a version in a 9.16 aspect ratio so they could post it on social media.
Wait, what? They gave you a video editing assignment as a dare?
Yes, and honestly, I was panicking. I sat there sweating over this 9.16 aspect ratio thing. I didn't even know what that meant at first. I was staring at this static picture trying to figure out how to make it move for 5 seconds.
That is hilarious. How long did it take you?
It took me 3 hours. 3 hours to make 5 seconds of video. My friends were just drinking coffee and laughing at me the whole time.
But you know what? You did it. You took the dare and you survived.
Barely, but it's true, and the truth is, I felt kind of proud of myself afterward. Even though it was a silly game, I learned something new because I was forced out of my normal routine.
That is exactly the point. Comfort zones are nice, but nothing grows there.
True, but what about the truth part of life? I think being honest is sometimes harder than editing a video.
Absolutely. Think about those everyday situations, like when a friend asks if you like their new haircut and you actually hate it, or when someone invites you to a dinner party and you just want to stay home.
Ugh, the dinner party one is the worst. My brain always says, tell them you're sick, tell them your car broke down.
Right. We invent these elaborate lies because we're so afraid of disappointing people. We think the truth will hurt them, but usually our lies just make things more complicated.
And when you finally have to own up to the truth, wait, let's explain that. To own up to something means to finally admit that you did it, or to take responsibility for it.
Yes, when you finally own up to your real feelings, it feels like a heavy weight is lifted off your shoulders. But getting to that moment is so hard. People feel bad when they struggle with this. They feel weak or ashamed.
Yeah, we look at the internet and see everyone else being so brave. We see people quitting their jobs to travel the world or having perfect, honest relationships, and we think, why can't I be brave like that?
If you're listening right now and you feel that way, if you struggle to speak your truth or take small dares in your life, I want you to really hear this. You are not strange, you are not broken, you're just human.
Exactly. Our brains are literally designed to keep us safe. Safety is a warm, heavy blanket on a cold morning.
Ooh, a metaphor.
You know I love a good metaphor, Sonny. Yes, your comfort zone is like a warm blanket. It feels amazing, it protects you. But you can't walk around outside wearing a blanket all day. If you want to go to the park or meet a friend or see the sunshine, you have to take the blanket off and feel the cold air for a minute.
That is a beautiful way to look at it, Chris. The cold air is the risk, it's the truth, it's the dare.
And eventually, your body gets used to the temperature.
Exactly. So, how do we actually do this? How do we take the blanket off when it feels so warm and safe?
Well, I usually just panic and wait for someone to push me, but I'm guessing you have a better strategy.
I do have a strategy. I have a simple 3-step framework that our listeners can use whenever they're facing a real life truth or dare moment.
I have my notebook ready. What is step one?
Step 1 is the 3-second rule. When you know you need to say something honest or do something a little scary, your brain will start making excuses. You only have about 3 seconds before the fear takes over.
Oh, that is so true. If I think about something for 10 seconds, I'll talk myself out of it.
Right. So you count down 3, 2, 1, and you just start talking or you just take the first step. You don't let your brain build a wall of excuses.
3, 2, 1, go. I like that. What's step two?
Step 2 is pick your hard.
Pick your hard? What does that mean?
It means recognizing that both options are difficult. Telling your friend that you can't go to their party is hard, but going to the party when you're exhausted and feeling resentful is also hard.
Wow, yes.
Doing the 5-second video dare was hard for you, but sitting out of the game and feeling like you failed would have also been hard.
Right.
So life is going to be hard either way. You just have to pick which hard you want. Do you want the pain of staying stuck or the pain of growing?
I'm definitely going to use that. Pick your hard. Okay, what's the final step?
The final step is to bite the bullet.
Ah, another great phrase. Let's explain it. To bite the bullet means to force yourself to do something difficult or unpleasant that you've been avoiding.
Yes. Imagine you're standing at the edge of a swimming pool and the water is cold. You can stand there shivering, or you can bite the bullet and jump in. Once you're in, the worst part is over.
It's so true. The anticipation is always worse than the actual event. So 3 seconds, pick your hard, and bite the bullet.
Exactly. And to practice this, I think it's time for a mini challenge right here, right now.
Uh-oh, I knew this was coming.
Chris, truth or dare?
Okay, since my last dare took me 3 hours, I'll choose truth.
Okay. What's a truth you've been avoiding telling someone recently? You don't have to name the person.
Oh man, you put me right in the hot seat. Okay, honestly, I have a friend who keeps suggesting we start a podcast together about gardening.
You don't even have a garden.
I know, I have one plastic plant in my bathroom, but I haven't told him no. I just keep saying, wow, what a fun idea. We should look into that. I need to just bite the bullet and tell him the truth. I'm a terrible gardener.
See, that wasn't so bad. It's better to clear the air now than to pretend you care about growing tomatoes.
True. Okay, my turn. Sunny, truth or dare?
Let's go with dare. I feel brave today.
Okay, I dare you to sing the next sentence you speak, opera style.
Wow. Okay. Three, two, one. I really hope our listeners do not stop listening to us right now.
That was beautiful, a true leap of faith.
Oh my goodness, that was definitely nerve-wracking. But you know what? It feels good to just be silly sometimes.
It does, and speaking of feeling good, I think it's time to transition to my favorite part of the show.
Yes, it is. Let's take a nice, slow.
Ah, much better. Welcome everyone to the Calm Word Tour.
This is where we review the vocabulary we use today. You can just listen, relax, and repeat the words out loud wherever you are. Let's begin. Our first word is nerve-wracking. This is an adjective. It describes a situation that makes you feel very nervous, stressed, or worried. For example, waiting for my exam results was incredibly nerve-wracking, or giving a speech in front of 100 people is a nerve-wracking experience. You can repeat nerve-wracking. Slowly, nerve-wracking.
Beautiful. Our next term is aspect ratio. This is a noun. It is the ratio of the width to the height of an image or screen. It describes the shape of the video. For example, most old televisions had a 4:3 aspect ratio, but modern phones using 9:16 aspect ratio for vertical videos. Or, he had to change the aspect ratio of the photo to make it fit on the screen. You can repeat aspect ratio. Slowly, aspect ratio.
Our next phrase is to own up to. This is a phrasal verb. It means to admit that you did something wrong or to take responsibility for a mistake. For example, he finally owned up to breaking the coffee cup. Or, it is hard to own up to your true feelings when you are scared. You to repeat, to own up to. Slowly, to own up to.
Next, we have a leap of faith. This is an idiom. It means to take a risk or to believe in something when you cannot be sure what the result will be. For example, starting her own business was a huge leap of faith. Or, sometimes telling the truth requires a leap of faith. You can repeat, a leap of faith. Slowly, a leap of faith.
Next, we have to bite the bullet. This is a very common idiom. It means to force yourself to do something difficult or unpleasant that you have been avoiding. For example, I have a lot of debt, so I have to bite the bullet and sell my car. Or, she finally bit the bullet and called her boss to quit. You can repeat, to bite the bullet. Slowly, to bite the bullet.
Next, we have to clear the air. This is an idiom that means to remove bad feelings, confusion, or tension between people by having an honest conversation. For example, they had a long talk to clear the air after their argument. Or, I need to tell you the truth so we can clear the air. You can repeat, to clear the air. Slowly, to clear the air.
Almost done. Next is spontaneous. This is an adjective. It describes doing something suddenly, naturally, and without any planning. For example, we took a spontaneous trip to the beach, or choosing a dare is a spontaneous decision. You can repeat spontaneous. Slowly, spontaneous.
And our last word today is to bluff. This is a verb. It means to pretend that you know something, have something, or will do something in order to trick someone. For example, he didn't know the answer, so he tried to bluff his way through the interview. Or, she was only bluffing when she said she wasn't afraid. You can repeat, to bluff. Slowly, to bluff.
Wow, that was a fantastic list today. I feel like my brain is buzzing with good vocabulary.
Mine too. And now we have a small homework assignment for you, our wonderful listeners. We want you to play a little game with us in the comment section.
Yes, tell us what is one small truth you need to tell this week or one small dare you want to take. It doesn't have to be massive. Maybe your dare is just trying a new coffee shop, or your truth is admitting you don't like gardening podcasts.
And when you write your comment, try to use at least one vocabulary word from today's word tour. Maybe you can say, I'm going to take a leap of faith and try a new hobby.
We read every single comment, and we love seeing how you use the words in your own life.
Also, if you enjoyed spending this time with us, please take a quick second to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and share this episode with a friend who might need a little boost today.
It really helps us grow, and it tells us that you want more conversations just like this one.
Thank you so much for being here, for learning with us, and for being part of our community.
We will see you next time. This is Sunny.
And this is Cris.
You have been listening to the English Boost podcast. Bye. Your progress doesn't end here. To continue advancing your English skills, click on the next video or explore the additional videos we've thoughtfully selected for you.